Welcome back to Midweek Encouragement. Hey, the title of today's talk is Don't Allow Joy and 80 Cents to Go Down the Drain. Let me explain. First of all, contentment isn't built on perfect circumstances. It's built on practiced perspective. It's built on practiced perspective. I believe God is always speaking to us, but he doesn't always use words. Sometimes it is the events of the day that he uses to get our attentions. Do we notice what he is saying and trying to teach us throughout the day? Do we want big lessons, or are we content, happy with the small ones? Sometimes the Lord uses something small as a burnt cup of coffee to remind us that he is speaking to us. I was traveling recently and minding my own business, staying in my own lane, and I needed to take a short break. And I thought, oh, hey, maybe we could make this even better and have a cup of coffee. And that would make my ride a little bit more pleasant. I ordered my senior coffee and had a little friendly exchange with the person at the counter. They said, have a nice day. And I said, oh, it's a good day to have a great day. It's a good day to have a great day is a new phrase that I'm trying to remember to use because it's like planting a seed within me to set the tone for the day. And seeds don't grow unless you plant them. And you can't count the harvest by how many seeds you sow. I got back in my car, set my podcast up to listen to as I'm getting ready to go down the road, and I and got on the road. Pretty soon I took a sip of my coffee. And the whole moment took a turn in the wrong direction. Not the direction I was going down the highway, but a turn in the direction of my day. The coffee? Burnt, old, not worth drinking. And just like that, I picked up a hitchhiker by the name of Frustration or Disappointment. I'm not sure which name he was going by. I had practiced the unquestionable practice of getting my receipt. And now I've got something that I can go online and fill out a complaint. I can take their survey and tell them how bad my coffee was. And I was ready to let 80 cents decide the emotional temperature of my day. And here's the turning point. At a stoplight, I opened my door and I poured the coffee out. I poured out the irritation. I still had the receipt for the survey, but I had decided to leave bitterness on the pavement instead of carrying it between my ears. I have learned what we focus on tends to get bigger in our mind. If we focus on what we don't have or the 80 cent frustration, it can get bigger until we dump it. Take authority over it and kick it to the curb. Contentment isn't built on perfect circumstances. It's built on practice perspective. Contentment isn't a feeling, it's a choice. Contentment is a discipline of refusing to let small things become big thieves. Paul says in Philippians 4:12, I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I've learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. What did he say? He says he learned, meaning that it's a skill, not a mood or a talent. Three things I learned for only 80 cents and some windshield time. First of all, contentment says, my joy isn't for sale. Number two, frustration says, I'll trade peace for the problems. And number three, grace says, let it go, keep moving. I didn't just dump the coffee. Later, I threw away the receipt. I dumped the temptation of letting something trivial rewrite the story of my day. The invitation from God the Father looks a lot more like choosing peace in the small things so that you're strong enough to hold peace in the big things. The seeds of joy we plant need to be watered, taken care of, and the weeds need to go. My friend, don't allow 80 cents to turn your good day into a bad day. Don't allow small disappointments to become large disruptions. Don't allow momentary frustrations to steal eternal joy. 2 Corinthians 4:17, for our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. Light and momentary. When others seem annoyed or short with you, it's not a reflection of you, but a reflection of their inner being. It's impossible to hate somebody you're praying for. Contentment is a quiet confidence that God is bigger than burnt coffee, bigger than inconvenience, bigger than anything that tries to pull your heart off center and distract you from seeing the activity of God in your life, the places He has been speaking and you can't hear. I believe contentment is the overflow of gratitude. Be grateful and give praise in all things. If you're trying to cross a 4 lane to make a turn and all of a sudden there's a break in traffic, that's something to give thanks to God for. Thank Him for good parking spots. Thank Him that your pants didn't rip out today. Ask God to help you have eyes to see the joy thieves and how to protect yourself from them. Ask Him to give you the wisdom to kick the hitchhiker of distraction out of the car and how to dump the frustration on the pavement so you can move freely. Praise Him for the contentment that comes from trusting Him in little things and in big things. Friend, it's a good day to have a great day. And if you're going to make someone else's day better, you can make your day even greater. Blessings, my friend, because it's a great day. It's a good day to have a great day.